What's going on, guys? It is Wednesday, and we're about 45 minutes off our normal time. But that's okay because we were kind of waiting for David to come on, but he's kind of stuck at work. And if you notice, there is somebody new. Wait, what side? Right, that side. That side of me. See, one of these sides. She is brand new with us. She is not completely brand new. Desiree has been on the show before. She is with Infinite Abilities, and we had an interview with her and her husband talking about their online comic book store that they have, which is really cool. And yeah, so it's really cool to have her on tonight as a co-host. So, but really quick, if you have never watched the show before, it's normally two salty veterans. I'm one of them. And, the whole show is about nothing but geek stuff. So here we are. And Desiree, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited. Super excited you guys want to be on. So this is awesome.
Well, I mean, after our last conversation and Ian was in the background, it was great to talk to you.
I just use Ian as my references, my reference guide. I'm like, what's the guy's name again? Do it.
That's what I loved. It was like you turn around, you're like, so what was that again? Oh yeah, so that's what it's like. And you just like, yeah, I'm like, sweet.
You have to have the yin and the yang in a relationship, right? Like I talk enough for two, so we're good.
So there we go. And that's why we brought you back on, because we're like, it would actually be really cool to have her on because she knows a lot of stuff.
Thank you. I hope so.
Well, I mean, shoot, in the one conversation we had between you, me, and David, it was like we were just boom, 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 firing off like we've been talking forever.
Yeah.
So it was great.
Yeah. Well, you guys are good dudes, so I'm excited to be on.
There's some people that might say otherwise. Some people might say, and then there's some people that say that they still want to get abducted by aliens. And I just have to throw it out there because,
Yeah, well, we talked about that earlier, and I really genuinely think you need to assess your relationships with your coworkers.
Oh, no. It was actually because I'm reading a book. Actually, you've heard of the Mothman Prophecies?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so that's the book that I'm actually going through right now, and it has there's so much to this book that at first you think, oh well, it's a movie with Richard Gere. Yes, it is, and Richard Haddon, who's somebody that we're hoping to get onto the show really soon, who wrote the actual screenplay for the movie. Really cool dude. Dove deep into this book, and as I'm reading this, there's so much more to it about it's not just a moth like the Mothman, but it's like aliens, like full on. This dude's searching for aliens, and I'm like, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
I was expecting him to talk about a giant, like monstrous looking thing with moth wings, but it's actually what it's coming down to is he's saying that the Mothman is an alien.
So let's jump right into it then. Do you believe in aliens?
I do not.
You do not. There's no way. There's no way there's aliens out there.
I have not been probed, so therefore I'm going to stand by my guns.
That you know of, Eugene. That you know of.
I think I would know. I would have, what is it? Those shows that are like on the History Channel and like all those unsolved UFO things, and they always end up with like a little imprint somewhere showing that like alien was like tagged them and like, yeah, what's up? That's mine. I don't have that anywhere. So
all right.
I'm pretty good. Okay, so then what about you?
You know what? I'm up for anything, right? Like who knows? I can't say no. I can't say they're not out there, but I don't want to meet an alien. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that's not really what I want in my life. But I'm not gonna say they're not out there. There's some weird stuff. There's definitely some weird stuff. So
there is, and in this book, the author of the book, it was John Keels. Like he's diving deep into it, and he's talking about a lot of the sightings, and a lot of those sightings were like of ill-dressed figures with heads that came to more of a point on their chin, larger eyes, olive skin. Okay. And it's just weird how he's talks about how they've met up with people, and when they talk to them, Some actually sound like normal conversations that they could have with people. Others are either stammering over what they're saying or they're making no sense whatsoever. So it's a weird book. It's actually it's a really cool book the way he's because I'm actually it's an audio book, so I'm that's how I'm reading it.
Oh no, I'm all about the audiobook. I
Oh,
get
oh, sweet,
yeah.
awesome. Because David always gives me crap about it, but I'm like, you know what? I read a lot of audiobooks, so leave me alone.
Well, do you have like a physical book you're reading as well? Or it's
No,
just audio?
just audio.
Just audio. Okay.
Oh no, I take it back. Okay, I do have. Um, well, of course, I've got a stack of comic books.
Yeah.
As always, I got to have that, and I got a brand new stack again, which I'm probably never going to read. But uh, I do have I have two books actually. One is Monkey Business, which is the new show that is on Apple Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Vince Vaughn, which is a great show, and the book's pretty good too. So when I
Wait,
get
who's in Monkey Business?
Vince Vaughn, I'm trying to think of the.
Oh, I just heard about this show.
It's actually a really good show. It's really funny, and the way he portrays the detective, it's great. He's actually really good. So
Okay.
you got to definitely check that out.
Okay.
And then
I'm
I'm
gonna
also
write it down.
reading. I'm reading The Paperboy, which is by Josiah.
You have your stack of comics right there, or you?
No. I have the book is on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. It is by Josiah. Crap. Where is my? There it is. My Kindle. I feel bad because he follows us. Yeah, I know.
You really should know this then.
I should. Oh shoot! I just saw the cover. Crap. No, get out of there. Josiah. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go by Josiah because I'm gonna butcher his last name. So, but it's a great book. It's a youth adult. It's a young adult's book, and it's about basically it's a kid who's a huge geek, and he's trying to find his place and find friends, and he actually befriends a ghost basically. So it's almost like a Casper the Ghost type thing, and it turns into all kinds of other stuff. I haven't gotten that far into the book just yet, but it's actually really good. So I am reading a couple books along with listening to stuff. So yeah, so that's what's going on with me. Because I got to have something to listen to as I'm driving up to work, and it's 4 hours, so 4 hours up, 4 hours down. Got to have something.
It's funny that you mentioned that because you know, I know that part of the thing we're going to possibly talk about is here, and I just happened to be listening to the Conan podcast today on my drive because traffic was absolutely insane today, and it was with Tom Hanks.
Oh, really?
Yes, and Tom Hanks was talking about like this whole AI movement and everything. And just a moment, like Tom Hanks is like one of the loves of my life. Okay, he is like a god among men. Like for me, I love Tom Hanks so much. We actually saw him perform Shakespeare in Shakespeare in the Park.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it was incredible. But so I was like super close to Tom Hanks. Like that was my I didn't touch him. I didn't talk to him, but he was very close to me.
You're like, I want to touch you, but
I just want to touch him just a little bit. I'm not allowed to. I'm not supposed to. I shouldn't do that. That'd be weird. That's too weird. No, so he was talking about this whole AI transformation stuff because obviously his new movie is like crazy. You know, it's like him at 17 years old until like 84 years old. And kind of the cool thing that he was mentioning was like, you know how like before they would put like the dots on everybody? Now, like the way the cameras are, they're so like intricate that they actually capture the pores of your face. And that's how they're doing the AI transformation now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. And then he was saying like on one screen is you acting and the other screen is 17-year-old you with like a millisecond difference between the two cameras, between the two, you know. So they're doing it in like real time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
look who joined us just in time. We haven't really done much. What up, fool? Oh, maybe
Wait. Oh, wait. Hold on.
sooner or later he'll figure it out. One day. I could see you. Can you hear me? And there he goes. And we're gonna pull him off because I guess he didn't realize that he was actually on. He'll come back. But all right. So you know what? Before we're
Jump into
already,
all that. Yeah.
we're jumping into a lot of stuff, and we're hopefully David will come back. But we got to talk about some of our affiliates and some of our actual, I guess you can call it kind of sponsors. But we're gonna start off with boom, Ulanzi. Ulanzi is the company that, of course, as I always say, powering the lighting. There we go. That's a better shot. Powering the lights that are around me and behind me, usually when I'm here at home. When I am actually on post, I don't use Ulanzi. I'm sorry. But I do keep them here. And also, I do have a cage that goes around my camera, not my phone, but my camera. That we actually is a Ulanzi. We did purchase some what do you call it? Some lavalier microphones that for the other two people that are part of the Geek Saga, Mike and Nancy, they actually use those also, and they said they work great. And oh, really quick, are you reading any of the new Absolute DC stuff, Ricky? We will talk about that in a little bit, but I am not.
I know of. I know. So yeah,
okay,
I can talk a little bit.
She knows some. She knows a little bit. But anyways, so Ulanzi is a great company. We do use them. We recommend their products because they are great. And even on their technical support, they actually are really quick on getting stuff, either getting back to you or just getting you a new product if it's defective. So check them out. You can either go onto their website at ulanzi.com or you can click on the link that's inside of our bio that sends you right over there to them. It's an affiliate. And of course, you purchase from them. It helps us out. Next, we've got boom. That actually frames up really well with just two people. But Renegade Game Studios, guys, Renegade Game Studios is a great company. They have RPGs, deck builders, and deck builders. They have Transformers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, My Little Pony, G.I. Joe, and all kinds of other great games that are out there. A lot of great IPs. If you know how to play D&D 5th edition, you're going to be able to play their RPGs. And then, of course, I do have one of their deck builders, which is the one that's on screen, Transformers. There we go. So I did purchase, of course, I purchased the stuff that I actually will promote. So, but if you click on their link in the bio, it, again, sends you over to them. You purchase from them. It helps us. Next, we've got, which is another one of my favorites, because Randy, you're an awesome dude. But that is Legendary Supplements. Yeah, look, see, she knows, she's pointing. Kraken, guys, if you don't know about Kraken, it is a great little focus drink. And a couple of people that are in our chat will say, yeah, it gets you focused. David will talk about that it does get you focused, doesn't it, David?
Yeah, man, it gets you super focused. I've had it on, I don't know, 3-4 occasions, and every time I'm just super dialed into whatever I'm doing that day. So,
hey, did you like that transition? Bam! I got you in there right as it.
It was all right. 3 out of 5.
Oh, whatever. I'm trying here. But guys, both me and David actually like the Kickin' Mango, which has actually got a nice little kick at the end. It's the Blizzard Mojito. It's kind of it's a flavor that you kind of got to get used to. But if you like a mojito taste, definitely do that. But for us, I like that like end spiciness, which gives you like kind of that Mexican candy. So check them out. It's great for focus. If you're a gamer, it's a great company to go with and purchase their little drinks. Go onto our website, of course, or onto our link. Can't even talk. Onto our link tree and click in the bio. There's a link there. Click on that. It'll send you straight to them. Use Geek Saga 77 as your code and you get 10% off of your first purchase. There you go, guys. And one more thing that we've got. Two more. I promise. We're good. All right, Movo. Movo is another great company, which, of course, David is using one of their microphones. I'm using their microphone, which is the UM300, and also the camera that's right in front of you. This here is their webcam that I use when I'm here at home. we are going to get Desiree set up with a. I was like, don't show another microphone, but we're going to get her set up with a microphone also, and we are all Ulanzi users. We use the Ulanzi, or sorry, not Ulanzi, the Movo microphones. We use the Movo microphones at LA Comic Con when we were recording in the booth, and also as we were walking around. I did have a Movo, which I don't have it right here, but it's inside the house. I do have the Movo lavalier. So we have two different types of lavaliers. We'd like to use them all, but they're all great companies. Click on the bio or the link in our bio, and of course, you'll get you purchase from them. Helps us out because they're another affiliate of ours. Finally, we have this is more of a friend shouting out to them, which is Desiree, you're in the way. There we go.
Sorry.
Watchers TCG. This is actually really a cool card game. David has a pack that's right there on the desk with him.
Somewhere.
It should be right there. I left it there. I have a pack, and I actually have a mat. Really cool company, great guys, great people that created it. Alec, Donna, Rob, and Nick, all those guys are part of Watchers. Check them out. Go to their website, guys. Purchase the game. It's another deck builder game where the dude that's the hero looks like Keanu Reeves. So there we go. But guys, check them out for sure. And now we go back to this, which is our regular programming. And we're ready to move into our first segment, which we love to do because it always takes us back down that nostalgia lane, which that's one of my favorite things. And we're going to do this. All right, so really quick before we get into the Geek this week in Geek history, David, at the beginning of the show, we kind of touched on aliens. We talked about they didn't touch us, we didn't touch them, but we just touched on the subject. Now, for you, believe or not believe?
I think that it is. There's too low of a possibility that the three building blocks of life came together in just one location. When the Big Bang happened, it threw everything across the universe, and we're still, pushing out. Everything's still spreading. I doubt that we're the only place that carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen came together and built life. There's no probable way that happened.
Okay.
So you're in the minority, Eugene.
I am, apparently, and not only that, but he came out with like all the science stuff. I'm like, you gotta be all smart
Using
about it.
elements and stuff.
I know the Big Bang and boom, and we spreading and cheeks and all that other stuff. No. All right. Anyways, all right. I just had to throw that out there because we both were talking about it earlier. So since you got on, I might as well do it. Talk about it with you. So we're kicking this off. And if you guys didn't know, yesterday was Back to the Future Day because it was November 5th. And November 5th, 1955 is when Marty McFly went back. So I had to say that because we have that little chime at the beginning. Nothing else important happened yesterday. That was all that was important.
That's it.
Many things happened yesterday.
Nothing happened that was more important than Marty going back to 1955.
That's it. That was it. That's all that happened.
Yep.
I'm going to drop out. I've got something happening on me.
You know what? We don't need your negativity here. So, you had to go somewhere. All right. So, well, Dances with Wolves. This premiered in 1990. And so, Desiree, did you get a chance to watch it?
No, I did. Since 1990, I have not watched.
Oh my god!
Dances with Wolves. I'm sorry. I have a little bit of like a memory when I was a kid of my dad watching it in like the next room over, and me kind of coming in to like some part where someone was bleeding or something. And so I think I just like was like, no, this is not a movie I'm gonna ever watch. And I know it's like a classic. And probably like one of the most incredible movies of all time. But I was like, there's blood. No, thank you.
But this was a huge movie, and especially for Kevin Costner. I mean, granted, he was already on his way up. He was a huge star. It's Kevin Costner. When you see him, this is his heyday. But this was also one of those movies that he got it in his head that he can do epic films with everything. And at that point, it was like Dances with Wolves, and then he got on to Waterworld, which just tanked. And then The Postman, The Postman was actually a pretty good movie. I like that movie. I like the premise. The book was, it was all right.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a situation where the movie was better than the book.
Actually, yeah, it really was, because it was a lot more exciting.
Okay.
And his character wasn't as big of a douche as he was in the book. So he was a little bit likable. So one time that actually happened. But with this movie, I mean, it was huge. So the film was preserved in the United States National Film Registry for its cultural significance. So if you ever get a chance to watch this, like when it comes to the actual Indians in this, or wait, should I use indigenous people now?
And Native Americans, right?
Native Americans.
Yes.
That
Oh my goodness. Am I going to be the PC police on this podcast?
I think you are. You're going to be correcting, and you're going to be like, oh my God, this is another one.
Like, what have I done?
But so I'm sorry, Native Americans. A lot of the costuming is very authentic, and also they actually spoke. I don't want to name off a tribe or whatever because I'll probably be wrong, but it was very authentic and in everything that they did with this movie. So it was preserved for that, and then also not only that, but the year, I think it was when it came out at the Oscars, it swept through the Oscars, winning 7 Oscars, including Best Picture, Director, and Best Adaptation of a Screenplay. And Kevin Costner's directions and performance helped to make this film an iconic cinematic experience. So, but again, like I said, this dude just all of a sudden got in his head that I can make epics and everyone's gonna go see them, even if they're 5 hours long.
Well, so you're saying this is a movie we should watch?
It is. No, honestly, it is a movie to watch. I'm not saying not to. This one is. All the other ones afterwards, but
don't even. We're gonna have to fight over that one.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Which Kevin Costner movie?
Oh, Kevin Costner movie. Oh, I thought you meant the movies for the history of this week.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm just saying this one. Okay. All the other ones, cinematic classics. Okay,
yes.
They are the greats, and I'll stick by that. So, we got Nancy and Mike talking over here in Instagram and says, Nancy said Waterworld is one of my all-time favorites. I'm sorry.
I know you're bagging on Waterworld. They only made a ride out of it that still goes on at Universal.
I'm sorry. And Mike said the annals of history make a return. Yes, the annals of history. Is this heaven? No, this is Iowa. And that was James from Distance Nerding. That's a whole different movie. You're so off on your movies, man. Granted, Field of Dreams is an awesome movie. I love that movie. But that came out before Dances with Wolves before he did all his epics. So that one's still good. Still good. All right. Moving on to the next one, which I'm so happy to hear that you actually saw this movie. Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
From 1997.
So my only comment with Starship Troopers is I feel like it started the unnecessary boob shot stuff. No, I'm not. No. Hold on. Before, let me rephrase it. It. Not unnecessary.
Totally.
Doesn't really go with doesn't need to happen, but everyone's topless in a scene for no reason.
Well, they're not just topless; they're bottomless too.
Are they bottomless too?
Yeah. So, see, this movie is great because it's got something for everybody. So you're talking topless, okay?
Great boobs, by the way.
And then you've got
best boobs in Hollywood.
You've got cheeks too, dudes' cheeks walking around. So come on, how are you gonna miss?
Yeah. But I feel like this was like the first movie I saw where I was like, why are there boobs out? Like, what is happening right now?
That was
And now everyone's dying, like horrific deaths. Like, how does this doesn't correlate?
wow. That's what you took. You're like the first takeaway from this movie. Why are there boobs in this movie?
Why are there boobs in this movie? Yes. Please, comments, please. Why are there boobs in this movie? Someone tell me.
This crowd is not the crowd you want to say. Tell me, come on, tell me why.
Yes, I want to know. Yes,
they
I
will
want
tell
to know.
you because, just because, no other reason why. But this actually, so I don't know if you know this, but this movie was actually a book.
I don't think I did know that. No.
So it was actually a really good book, but it was a really dark book at that. So
the movie's kind of dark. I mean, it's
so the movie, like, when you watch it, when you really watch it, it's got a lot of like socialist themes to it, along with the propaganda, with the uniforms, and it's not just like socialist, but it's also it feels like a dystopian type. We've gone through a lot, and now they've rebuilt to what this world is. It's also satire on the military and the government. It's a cheesy movie when you watch it, but if you really think about the movie and start really paying attention to how they're using the internet, and those in between shots, and hey, let's go to here, and all this other stuff, and the promoting of the military, even down to where the little kids are like crushing the bugs, and they're like, I'm doing my part, which is great.
Yeah, but there's boobs in it.
Okay, so I'm trying to get deep here finally.
Also, can we talk about how Doogie Howser makes a comeback in this movie too?
Yeah,
that was the first time we see Neil Patrick Harris in like forever.
Well, so actually, that is like the first time we'd seen him since
Doogie
Howser. Yeah. And he's in a movie with boobs, and that's like
he's in a boob movie. Yeah, bugs and boobs.
bugs, boobs, and blood. 3 B's.
Oh my gosh, brains, bugs, boobs. Yeah,
4
B's. Yeah, don't they suck their brains out or something?
Yeah.
Crazy?
Do you remember what they called it, the brain bug?
Yeah.
What it looked like?
Oh gosh, was it something dirty?
Yeah.
That's the only way I'll remember things, obviously.
But now we know. Okay, Desiree's gonna remember all the dirty stuff in movies. Right? We'll pick out movies that way.
Wait till we get to the kids' movies.
Oh my gosh, there was no boobs.
Sorry,
in that.
Inappropriate. That was too far.
You're gonna be like, I don't remember it. There was no boob. But okay, so there was a lot to this movie. Yes, Neil Patrick Harris makes a comeback to the screen in this movie. You've got Jake Busey in his heyday. You've got Casper Van Dien, which I actually saw at at WonderCon, and he wanted to charge people. Huh?
Recently?
Yeah, and he was charging people $60 to take a picture with him. I was like, no.
That happened. That was the original Black Ranger for Power Rangers. It was the same thing, $60 selfies. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. And I got lucky one year at WonderCon. My daughter participated in the cosplay contest for kids. Mm-hmm. We were backstage. He happened to be walking by, and I was all like, I know that you're charging, but can she get a picture with you real quick? Mm-hmm. So he looked at her costume. He thought it was really cool. He's like, all right, bro, for sure. He posed with her, took a picture. It was really cool.
Oh, you played the kid card.
Oh, I had to. It was great. I actually got to meet him.
That's great.
But yeah, this dude was there, and he was charging $60. I'm like, bro, you were in Starship Troopers. You were in Starship Troopers. I believe it was like part 3. He wasn't in part 2. He voiced himself in one of the Starship Trooper cartoon films, but I was like, I'm not going to charge. I'm not going to pay $60. Sorry, can't.
Somebody must have been.
there was nobody at his table.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
It is. That's why I kind of felt like just going up there and just being like, "Hey, I remember you." And
here's $30.
just keep it.
What can I get for 20? What can I get for 20?
So, yeah, this was a great movie. It did spawn off multiple like sequels, and then a whole actual cartoon series that was a really rough CG back then, or computer animated, because it was back when computer animation was very new. But this one I love the best. This was a great one. It was fun. Yeah. So if you get a chance to read the book, by all means, read the book. It's really dark, but it doesn't follow a fun story like this. It's something totally different. So, all right. Moving on to the next one, which now she's going to, there's no, we're good here, right?
I'm worried. I don't remember which one's the next one.
God. All right. But and I'm talking to our other co-host, should I bring you in? Just give me a nod and I'll bring you in. If not, I'll hold you off. Okay. So moving on to the next. Bam! Oh, yes. We've got the Grinch that stole Christmas. You know, the Grinch was pretty much naked through the whole thing, just so you know.
Yeah, no, I was going to bring that up. That was the first. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Hey, so David, just so you know, any movie that has actual showing some skin, Desiree's gonna know.
Yeah.
She'll be able to tell us.
That's my expertise.
Yeah. All right, so this is the 2000 Grinch Who Stole Christmas. This was with Jim Carrey, who played the Grinch, and this became a Christmas classic. I mean, both you guys. I don't know about you guys, but I do watch this come Christmas time. Like, this is on my list to watch.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't hate the Benedict Cumberbatch cartoon Grinch.
I fell asleep.
I saw your face, Eugene. I saw it. It's not bad. It really isn't. And then you can't beat Benedict Cumberbatch. I mean, come on. He's great. But yes, Jim Carrey is the Grinch. Like, he is this character. He's incredible.
Yeah.
I love both of the new versions, but I would rather watch the Dr. Seuss animation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm an animation kind of guy, so I prefer the hand-drawn. Looks like it was just pulled out of the Dr. Seuss book over the two movies. But for the laughs and the lulls, you can't beat this one. This one's great. You got freaking Silence of the Lambs narrating the damn thing, and then you got Jim Carrey playing the Grinch, and what's your name, Mary Lou Mayhew? Like, you can't go wrong, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on. Having a hard time. I think it's your mic again, David.
I don't know, man. Let me check.
But yeah, this movie became like a serious instant classic the moment it came out. People were like not sure if it was going to be, because it's like, really, you're going to go live action with this movie? What can you do? And they surprised the hell out of all of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the whole actual Whoville looked amazing.
Yeah. Do they still have it at Universal on the tram tour?
I just went not too long ago. I don't remember seeing. No, they don't.
They don't. No. They had it for a while. You could go see through the whole Whoville.
Well, I know they usually bring out a lot of stuff during Christmas time, and it has to do with like the Grinch.
Christmas? Is that for Christmas?
Yeah, so that's when I think what?
You were nothing. No, go ahead.
Oh,
I was being sarcastic. I apologize.
You know what, David, you got this. I'm just gonna go.
Every minute of it, don't worry about it.
All right. So, really quick, Jim Carrey said that it was no feat to become the Grinch. He was his makeup took him 3 hours to apply and an hour to remove, and his costume was made of yak hair dyed green.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. I don't think I could. I can't imagine being in like a makeup chair for 3 hours to get that suit, and then that's just for the makeup on his face, and then he still had to put that suit on. Ugh.
Yeah, but
Then
I mean, there's no other actor that could have done this too. Like Jim Carrey's he's just such a visual actor. Like, I mean, his stuff that he does with Sonic
Yeah,
as Dr. Robotnik, I mean, he's incredible. Like yeah, he's so. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying anything new. Like he's fucking Jim Carrey. He's great.
I think one of my favorite stories from this movie is he met a kid and he was talking to the kid, telling him, I'm the Grinch, and he was like, no, you're not. And then he made the face without the makeup on, and the kid was like, oh my god.
yeah. I mean, everything that he could do with his face, and it definitely pops out, even with the makeup on, and it's just a lot of him doing it's
Emoting, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And yes, using that big word, emoting. Yes, there we go. That's the word I was. Thank you. All right, moving on to the last one, which is another Christmas. Because we're getting close to Christmas time, I was finding these movies, but these ones came out during Thanksgiving time, which Elf, which was released in 2003. If you guys don't know this movie, which shame on you for not knowing it, because this is a great movie. I mean, yes, no.
Do you think there's people out there that don't know Elf?
I don't
David.
think don't know it. I just don't think there's a lot of people who actually sit down and watch it.
Which,
sorry, it's always fantastic. Peter Dinklage is in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Will Ferrell, but I don't watch this movie every year. I skip it as much as possible.
You don't watch it every year. Oh.
I think I've seen it once all the way through, and I was just like,
Okay. All right, David. Eugene, I think we need to take David off of the podcast. I can't hear him.
Oh, dang. You.
I can't wait for this trial to expire.
But you know what? Honestly, I do like this movie. This is, and especially because this is Favreau. This was his directorial debut with this movie. Yeah. So that's what was great. I already love Favreau because, of course, I'm sure you guys have seen Swingers, which is freaking awesome movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know about David, but
Which one?
Swingers. Oh, there you are. There we go.
I had to switch, dude. I had to cut the actual microphone out. It's just not picking up.
That's weird.
I'm running off of the cam.
Okay. Well, I mean, it sounds better than before. So, but okay. So Swingers was a great movie. We got Favreau, we got Vince Vaughn. They wrote the movie and had a bunch of their friends in it. Favreau goes on to do a couple other movies after that, but then he goes, and this is his directorial debut, which is Elf. And then after this, the next huge movie that he gets is freaking Iron Man.
That it went from Elf to Iron Man.
Yeah.
So going back to like inappropriateness,
Looking some boobs.
Ed Asner's in this as Santa.
Uh-huh.
And I met Ed Asner, and he actually grabbed my butt.
No. What?
Yeah, true story.
Freaking Santa Claus molested you?
No, I was asking. No, I mean, I wasn't asking for it, but I instigated Ed Asner grabbing my butt. I will not. It was my fault.
Someone's going the right way for a smack bottom.
I might have said something along the lines of like, "Oh yeah, I got a great ass," and then he took advantage. So Ed Asner is not my Santa. I'm just putting that out there.
I don't know what to say now after that. Dude,
The late Ed Asner.
I think she can run the show herself with stories like this. What do you think? Wow.
Yeah, that's my story. One of my legacy stories.
So, yeah, I mean, Santa Claus touched
No,
her.
no, no. Ed Asner, not Santa.
Ed Asner is Santa Claus, though.
He's
Not no. The new Santa is Kurt Russell, guys.
What?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
yeah, from the Netflix movie.
yeah, Christmas Chronicles.
I've not seen this. Well, actually, no. The new Santa Claus is actually John Travolta.
No, the new Santa Claus is J.K. Simmons.
Oh, that's right. He gets abducted, and then freaking
Red
Captain
Line.
America and The Rock have to go and save him
Mm-hmm.
with a polar bear.
With polar bear, yeah, of course.
That's going to become a new Christmas classic soon. Red One.
I bet it won't.
Don't
I mean,
dash my hopes and dreams like this.
Good luck, J.K. Simmons. I hope you're the next Santa.
Well, I mean, they had to get rid of Ed Asner because of what he did.
Well, he also died, so he wouldn't make the best Santa anymore.
Yeah, but they replaced him before he died, and that was after you told him, "Hey, look at this." Woo! I mean,
you guys, if you have the opportunity to let Ed Asner grab your butt, you would have taken it too. Okay, let's just be real. But anyways, Elf is good. You can watch it.
Exactly.
Not I.
No, sir.
Elf 2003 Christmas classic.
Oh my god! All right, let's get out of this because this is a wholesome film that just went right into the dumpster fire. And guys, oh man, I mean, let's see if I can make it through this end monologue without thinking about that. But from epic Western tales to futuristic bug battles, holiday Grinches, and festival owls and Santa Clauses that like to molest people, this week in geek history has given us movies that capture imagination, hearts, and humor across fannies everywhere. So these films continue to be beloved to their memorable stories and unique characters. Guys, this is This Week in Geek History. I am so glad we brought you on.
And just so you know, Ed Asner is Carl from Up. He's not Santa Claus.
Well, that makes it even worse.
Why?
Because the guy was just looking for his wife. He wanted to do something for his wife, and
he wasn't looking for his wife when he was hanging out with me.
David, you got to say so. You got to say.
Why? I just let your face talk. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
See how uncomfortable I can make Eugene in one podcast.
you can get me. Don't get me going. Both. We can make this. Yeah. Anyways, all right.
You said you wanted the female perspective.
Not the female perspective on that one. Woo! Ed Asner, I didn't know you were that kind of guy.
But, to be all fair, we would never experience something like that. That's not something we would be doing at a con, or we would be, enticing. In most cases, it's like, I bet you won't do it, in our direction. Mm-hmm. And then we're usually like, yeah, I'm not getting in trouble for that. And we walk away like, I'm out. You know what I mean? So, nail on the head.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, moving on from that to going into the next segment, which is, of course, the Geek News. Geek News, guys. So, I know David's going to be like, I don't watch the show. Netflix unveils new Stranger Things season 5 set. I can't even say it. Stranger Things season 5 set photos, and episode titles for this coming new season. And I'm kind of excited. Desiree, are you excited?
I have a I have a love-hate for the continuation of Stranger Things. So I've watched all 4 seasons.
Okay, that's good. All
Yeah.
right. We're on track.
And I the first one is perfect. The first season is just an absolute perfect season. And I really kind of wish they would have just stopped. I know it's not, I might not be popular to say that. And I know like 12-year-olds are super into the show, but the last season was really like a horror movie.
Well, that's what they wanted, because what they were saying is, as far as how the seasons have progressed. So we've progressed from obviously seeing the kids as kids, and it was a Goonies ish, like
E.T. meets, it was all the things. Yeah.
So that was that adventure. Then you got season 2 where they're a little bit more older, and now it again, because they have freaking Mikey on the show, it was more of now, okay, we're following a treasure map. This is like Goonies, but it got scarier. And it just, each season progressively got scarier and scarier, but it also ages with the kids. Because now
they're not, that's another thing that was super distracting for me in season 4 was they're like 30 now. So
they're not 30.
They're old. They're old. I'm gonna look up.
I think they're all early 20s.
Well, no, I think in the last season they were still in their teens. They were obviously out of high school.
No, they were. I think the youngest one was like 18.
I think she's talking about the actors themselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The actors.
Yeah, I think they're all somewhere between 18 and 21.
I don't know, man. Well, I know Millie Bobby, who just married Bon Jovi's son. She's, I think, like 21.
She's 20. I think she's the youngest.
Was she the youngest? I thought it was the kid with no teeth. Freaking what's his face?
Is his name Gatton?
Yeah, Gatton. That's it.
No, he's older than her.
Okay, so.
But the older kids, this older sister, she was born in 95.
So she's 30.
Younger than you.
Of course,
and younger than the older guy, like I don't know any of their names. It's so bad. Steve, he's born in 92.
So he's 33? 32? No, 33. Yeah.
So they're all like, that was a distracting thing for me, because I was like, how old are these people trying to play teenagers?
Oh my gosh, it's been done so many times though. That's what's distracting.
Grease was less distracting for me for ages.
Why we reflected
I was
back
like,
on
John Travolta is definitely 17 in this movie.
Casper Van Dien was like 23 when he did freaking
Starship Troopers. Was he?
Yeah, they were in their 20s, dude.
I didn't even think of that.
How many movies have we seen that we're like, oh my god, I love this movie, and the dude's like 35 and he's acting like an 18-year-old?
Well,
yeah, I mean, Karate Kid, like
I was about to say Karate Kid
right now, right? Is that?
He's the same age of Mr. He's now a year older than what Mr. Miyagi was when they shot Karate Kid.
Yeah, I think he was 30 when he was in that.
No, he wasn't that old. He was like 20. He was in his late 20s, I think, or mid 20s, playing a high school kid. But he looks like he's freaking 12 still.
Yeah. That's the positive. Yeah. So okay, all right, I'll let it go. But I'll watch it. I'll watch season 5.
Well, so
I might finish season 1.
What was that?
I said I might finish season 1.
It's actually a good show. It's well written. It's got Paul Reiser, which he told me I've got to stop watching too many things, more stuff other than what he's in. But it's got a lot of great actors. The kids are actually really, they
The kids
actually
are
are
great.
really good little actors.
Yeah, they're good. They're good actors. Yeah, I
You
agree.
know, so it's a great show. Netflix dropped the teaser for season 5 this, I think it was this week, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff. But then they just dropped all of the names of the episodes, which I don't know. I mean, I don't think it'll really give anything away. I mean, one of the episodes is The Crawl, Shock Jock. They dropped the titles, which it's like, why do we need the titles?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I never even paid attention to the show itself and the titles. I just watched the show.
I think the titles are mostly for those people who want to know who directed what episode, who's doing what behind the scenes. Because how many of these kids are now producing on the show or directing on the show, so the fans can go and find out. Oh my God, Millie Bobby Brown directed episode 5. That's my new favorite, even though I haven't seen it yet.
I think that was previous promotion too. I think they've done this. That's like what that's how they promoted this show. Their first teasers have been the titles. I might be wrong, but I feel like that was how they promoted it before.
Well, so it's just, and one of the explanations that they said was it's to spark fan theories and online speculation of what those episodes are going to be talking about or what those episodes are going to be about. I guess for us older people, it's just kind of like, all right. And exactly. Cool. You got titles for your episodes.
I still think it's just one big D&D game that's going to end at the end of the show.
Ooh, I like that theory.
Well, but the thing is that as you watch, they've always got D&D tied in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and the fact that Vecna is a being that they can see also kind of like lends to my headcanon. I've never even seen this show. Boom.
Hey, but it's a great show. So
David just boomed it.
I know. Whatever, dude. So why does all this hype matter? Stranger Things constantly breaks viewership records, with season 4 hitting over 150 million viewers within the first 90 days. I don't know if this one, how long has it been since? It's been like a 3-year break, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So
long enough for freaking John Connor's mom to get added to the show.
Which, yes, that's true. Linda Hamilton has joined the cast. And they're saying that there will be a time jump from the season 4 finale. So nobody really knows what she's doing. Like, they're keeping this thing hush hush, really tight to the code or to the chest of what she's there for. Speculations are that she is a future 11.
Aged up.
Yeah, aged up.
Wow.
Because, obviously when they opened up the times between the us and the upside down, it almost works as a time warp also, or a time, like a black hole that you can go through. So there's a rumor out there that she comes through that, and she's now like freaking the Terminator all over again.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, the pictures that I have up on the screen, those things are from the set, and it's obviously everybody's having fun on the set. They're bringing back the same cast. They've got a couple of new cast members coming, and which kind of sucks because, I mean, Eddie broke my heart on the last season.
Yeah.
That was truly heartbreaking.
Yeah, but he's doing well now, that actor.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely doing well. But I'm just saying, why would you bring on somebody that you just all of a sudden grow to love in 10 episodes and then just rip him out of the way? Just like, that hurt.
Great. I love when they kill a character like that. That's my favorite.
You are...
I wish they would have killed Harry Potter. I'm really upset by that.
Look at Piggy from the Lord of the Flies.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, Piggy was annoying, man, so drop that rock.
Whoa.
That was rough.
I thought I was a monster. Jeez. Dang. Turned into a whole different podcast right now.
I'm against humanity.
Hey, you remember the movie Faces of Death? Well, David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Did
seen
you ever?
too many.
I know. Desiree, have you ever heard of them?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. Yeah. I don't think I would watch it.
Yeah, no, don't. They're horrible. But I just
saw
thought, huh?
Did you see the one where the guy put the roll of quarters in his mouth with an M80 and then they just came out everywhere?
No, I didn't see that one. Which one was that?
It was gnarly. I don't know, man. There's like 93 of them. There's almost as many of those as there are Sharknadoes.
Hey,
Classic.
you know what? Sharknado is a classic. All right, all 100 episodes or all 100 of them, so it's okay.
No, they're not, dude. It's almost as bad as Fast and the Furious. Like, just end it already.
Fast and Furious is getting old. It's getting really old. I can't do it.
It's all about the family.
But the family's broken now. They're not all together anymore.
No.
But so all right. I don't know. I went on Face of Death because I talked about Piggy dropping the. I don't know. It just came into my head. I only saw the first two of those, and it was
Segways.
Yeah, segues. Anyway, yeah, but it's not segue and it's anything good. But because Desiree actually was the one that segued great earlier in talking about this because we are featuring her man on the screen right there.
Love me some Tom Hanks.
She
But
said
I mean, are there people out there that are like, I hate Tom Hanks? Like that couldn't be a thing, right? David.
Now there are. Now there's a lot of people that hate Tom Hanks.
Because of this movie?
No, stuff in the background that's been going on for years that they feel he's been a part of, cult stuff and all that stuff. Like, It's just a lot of conspiracy theorists think that he's involved in some things and that he may or may not be leading the pact or whatever. So there's a lot of people who are falling away from him. But I don't know. I can separate celebrity from people, so they could be shitty as hell, and I still like Big. You know what I mean?
I love Big. Big, and I mean, I recently saw Castaway again, and that's a great movie.
Burbs is one of my
favorites. Yes.
Dude, Turner and Hooch, Forrest Gump,
Dragnet,
everything he is in Woody, like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Desiree's like, he can definitely Ed Eisner me.
Like Tom Hanks, hey.
But
now we know why they called him Ed Asner.
That's where he got his name. All right.
That's the joke. That's the layup. We did the layup.
And that will go down into the annals of history. Thank you. So this movie is the $50 million movie where they're actually de-aging Tom Hanks, and not only Tom Hanks, but his co-star, which was Robin Wright, which we've seen them together before we just mentioned
Forrest Gump.
Yeah. So there's a lot of talk about this movie because, and Desiree, why is that?
Because the crazy AI that it's supposed to be him at, I think it's like 17 and then like in his 20s, 30s, 40s, all the way to their 80. And so I was listening to a podcast today with Tom Hanks and Conan. Conan Needs a Friend. And he was talking, and so this is for David, but he was talking about how like the camera, it's so small now that they actually, to do this like de-aging process, it actually uses the pores on their faces to capture. And then they'll have, he was talking about how there was two screens and like one is them, like how they look. And the other is in real time, them being de-aged to like age 17. And Tom Hanks seemed like he was like all about this new AI stuff, even though I know there's a lot of actors and people who are against it and worried about like their likeness being captured when they pass. And yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I probably won't watch this movie because it seems really sad, But it's pretty. I mean, it looks just like the dude when he was 17, when he was really young. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy is this is based off of a graphic novel.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the crazy part to me. On top of that, when I was looking into this also, you know, they just went, not we, because I'm not part of the guild, but
You're a part of it.
I'm not
You're
part of the
part of it.
guild. You're part of the
Oh.
guild, the Lollipop Guild. But so
You had to take time to laugh at your own joke. That was pretty good.
I had to because nobody else does. But so this was what was one of the biggest things that the Screen Actors, the guild, and the Writers Guild, they went on strike for, because it was Hollywood wanting to switch to AI to start using the likenesses of people, even once they've passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying, no, we don't want you to do that. We don't want to be replaced by not robots, but computer, because what would it take for them now to just be like, you know what? I want a movie with Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is going to cost me, he's still alive, but he's going to cost me $50 million. Well, I can do the AI thing for $10 million, and Tom Hanks is in the movie. Maybe I'll pay him $5 million just to do the voiceover. And even now, they don't even have to do that, because technology's gotten to that point where they can take snippets from all his movies and AI will create a voice for him.
Right.
Well, I mean, that's already happened, because during The Mandalorian, when Luke Skywalker shows up to pick up Grogu,
Yeah.
he doesn't voice the character at all, and he's not the stand-in for the Luke Skywalker that's there. They literally just used his voice, used his face, and put it over some young dude, when they could have just put a wig on Sebastian Stan and had him do it.
Exactly. That's who should be the next Luke Skywalker. We should get Luke Skywalker Adventures with Sebastian Stan, because he does look like him.
But I mean, Stan's old now.
But he could still do it. He still
Nah,
looks like
He's done.
he still looks like him.
He's old.
He's not that old. But along with this movie going on and everything that Tom Hanks has said, that it's, you know, it's a great thing, and the de-aging, it's great, and it will help with other films to do different things, you know, doing these like dream sequences where the actors can still be in it in the movie. Robert Downey Jr. has spoken out. RDJ spoke out and said there will never ever be a AI recreation after his death.
Okay, because I was going to say they did a young version of him in what, Iron Man 2?
Was it Iron Man 2?
No, it was
Oh, it was Infinity War.
talking
No.
about the
Oh, no.
bar thing,
The what?
biometric, active, retro.
Was it
phasing.
Civil
Yeah.
War?
It's Civil War. At
Civil
the beginning of Civil War. Yeah.
Civil War, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So
And that was creepy, dude. That looked like, I didn't like it.
yeah,
I was like, whoa, that's pre-druggy Downey. I didn't like
Yeah,
that.
that
I
was.
like post-druggy Downey. Like, he's cool.
hey, that wasn't just that was like freaking Weird Science,
Yeah,
Robert Downey. And
yeah.
he
It
looked
was.
weird.
It was creepy
It was.
in a good way. Like it was creepy because it was him. It was just him.
Yeah.
But it's
and I
crazy.
think,
Huh?
I think if they get the permission per actor, it would be fine. Like James Earl Jones has authorized Disney to use him for as long as they can create his voice with AI for the rest of time. Like, never have to cast another Darth Vader. They can just use his voice.
Oh, see, I was thinking Mufasa.
I mean, they're gonna come out with the Mufasa movie, and I'm like, no, don't need it.
Have you seen the preview for that?
Yeah, don't need it.
Yeah.
I watched
I don't-
preview.
I don't need to see Scar and him all buddy, you know.
I know, it makes me sad. I'm like, you're ruining my childhood. Scar's the bad
Exactly.
guy.
It's like Scar is the one that brought him into the Pride. What? Mufasa was a freaking what do you call it, an orphan? What?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just, I don't know.
I don't like it.
I don't either. I definitely don't. So, but yeah, just like Desiree said, I don't know if I'm going to watch this. Maybe because it does look sad, and a lot of it basically takes place in the living room of this house. I might look for the what do you call it, the graphic novel. Maybe take a look at that, and that if it's worth it, I might see this movie. But for the most part, I think I'm going to stay away from it. But
I will
Alright,
probably stay away from it.
yeah, I think if it's free, then I'll watch it. But all right, moving on. We've got Josh Gad says everyone thinks his Spaceball 2 script has the Schwartz. I'm gonna let you guys give me your thoughts.
So, little Spaceballs history from on my end.
Oh my God, did Mel Brooks touch your butt?
No.
Oh.
Yes, no. No, I he didn't find shit. He didn't have the Schwartz. I didn't grow up watching Star Wars. I didn't see Star Wars until I was like in my late 20s, maybe 30s. But my dad, we watched Spaceballs like on the regular, which I will tell you is very much just Star Wars. And you're going to get some serious comments on that one. It is very much Star Wars. Like, I know it's a parody and whatever, but it is Star Wars. And so this is another thing where we were just talking about Mufasa. Like, do we need to have a second Spaceballs? Spaceballs is kind of fantastic. And I like Josh Gad and everything, but is he Spaceballs funny?
I mean, if he had anything to do with History of the World Part 2, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Because History of the World Part 2 on Hulu was freaking awful.
It was god awful. It was horrible.
I've never thought about suicide more than while I was watching that. Just saying. It was and I freaking love History of the World. I actually have a Mel Brooks box set of like 10 movies, and I've seen all of them, and I didn't even finish the series. I had to turn it off.
I think we had talked about it as it was coming out, and you're like, I got to watch this. And I was on the fence, and I watched a little bit, and I was just like, I can't do this. It was horrible. Yeah,
it's the writing style just doesn't mesh. Like Mel Brooks is very much like Matt Groening. He's like freaking Seth MacFarlane. They've got their own style to them, and I would say Seth MacFarlane kind of lends himself to what Mel Brooks used to do, because those two motherfuckers write the most show tunes I've ever heard by straight men ever. And
you can say that.
It's okay. Like weird comedy thing that blends well with the music, and they write it all themselves. They do all the music for it. Like, I don't know. I'm not interested in the Spaceballs 2.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, seeing how
bring it on.
What?
I said, Young Frankenstein 2, bring it on.
Oh. We both like retracted.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think what's
give me the guy from The Bear as Gene Wilder.
Yes.
And anyone else cast in the movie, and I'll be fucking fine with it. But Mel Brooks has to write.
So that reminds me. Something I was going to mention with the other movie with Here is like I'm loving the like look-alike kids that are coming into Hollywood. Like Kurt Russell's son. Did you guys watch Monarch?
Yeah, that's freaking Kurt Russell. Right.
I won't say that Monarch was good, but Wyatt Russell playing young Kurt Russell. Oh my freaking God! That was incredible. It was incredible. But but I know that guy's not related to Gene Wilder, but shit, he could be Gene Wilder. He looks exactly like him.
Yeah, it's creepy.
It's creepy. Yeah,
it's crazy. So, mentioning Mel Brooks and David saying that, with History of the World Part 2, Mel Brooks does have his writing style, and you can see it throughout all his stuff. It's there.
Yeah.
When Mel Brooks doesn't write it, it's not there, even though it's in the line. Mel Brooks has collaborate. He's actually supportive in the collaboration with Josh Gad
Right.
to actually write this and make sure that this is in that line of his stuff. But I don't know.
I wish it success because Josh Gad's a nerd guy. So like I hope it's successful.
Yeah.
But it's hard because like I mean we're at an age where like Spaceballs is like our part of our childhood, so
Yep.
it's and like they keep doing this with movies where they're like bringing back like, oh, remember that cool 80s movie you all love? Well, we're gonna ruin it by making a second or remaking it.
You mean like
RoboCop?
and Ghostbusters?
Oh God.
Both those, RoboCop and Ghostbusters. No.
Ghostbusters is just trash. It's just trash.
If you don't have Egon, it's not the Ghostbusters, man. Sorry.
We can
True.
recreate them now with AI.
They did. In
Oh, that's right. They did.
Yeah, they did. They brought him back. So there you go. There's AI at work. They brought back Egon. But yeah, I don't want to say anything bad about Josh because I do like his comic book that he put out, which was The Writer.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I want to try to get him on our show, and we're working our magic to try to get that. But I don't know. I think this is going to be one of those where it's like I might wait till it's streaming to see it. I might not make it to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Eugene said it, guys.
I always say it, and I always get hate for it, but that's okay. So, Spaceballs 2, The Search for Money, will be coming out soon. So they're anticipating much more from this. So there we go. Moving on to the next one, which is the new Godzilla film officially announced from director of Godzilla Minus One, which have both you guys seen Godzilla Minus One?
I didn't know it existed until today. I watched the preview and it looks incredible.
It was.
Yeah, so it'll be that one probably I'll watch before Dances with Wolves. But because that's another like I remember watching Godzilla like actual with the subtitles when I was a kid, and so it's just kind of nice to like have that back. That's a nice one to have back, and it looks amazing.
It was like it seriously was. So Toho greenlights the new film. Like they were like, Godzilla Minus One did amazing in the box office. Mm-hmm. It's crazy that you didn't hear about it. But then again, at the same time as Minus One came out, Godzilla X King Kong came out also. So that movie overshadowed Godzilla Minus One, which is weird because
only in our market though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
In the American market, the American movie outshadowed it, but globally, Minus One was a huge. Like my kids were like, "Dad, I know there's a new Godzilla King Kong movie, but did you see the one that Toho's doing?" And I was like, "No, I didn't even hear about it. Like, what the hell?" And yeah, like my kid, we were trying to go watch it, and just things didn't work out, so we never got to go see it. And we wanted to sit in the theater and watch it because I've never seen a good Godzilla movie in the theaters.
Dude, this one was actually really good, and I'm mad that I didn't get to see it in theaters. Like I wanted to go, and every time I was trying to go, something came up that I couldn't go see it in the theater because I've been dying to see, obviously a Godzilla on screen. Because my last Godzilla movie I saw was freaking Matthew Broderick's, and it was garbage.
You haven't seen any of the new garbage ones.
I mean, I saw, I did see like the other ones, but I didn't even see them in theater. I saw them all on TV.
Okay.
So
I streamed them all when they finally hit streaming.
Yeah, that's how I watched them. I streamed them all. Yeah. I saw Millie Bobby becoming friends with Godzilla. But This one, guys, it's worth, like, if you get a chance to see it this week, you should watch it.
Okay.
It is a really good movie.
I'll watch it for Veterans Day. How about that?
There you go. Yes, because it does take place during World War II.
There you go.
And then I'll watch the Wolverine afterwards.
Yes, because Wolverine comes out on the 15th. So this thing grossed $56.4 million at the U.S. box office, making it the highest-grossing Japanese film in U.S. history. Because this did come out, so they had two versions that they put out. They had one version that obviously was in color and also had the subtitles. Then they put out a dubbed version, and then they put out a version that was black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Never got to see the black and white one, which I've been.
That one was -1 black.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So globally, this thing hit 115 million, and its budget. Take a wild guess what its budget was.
40.
No,
1.5.
more. We're talking. So its budget for this movie was only 15 million.
And what did it hit?
It hit 115 million.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, they went back to the like dude in the suit with CG over the top of it, right?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, they went back to the old school dude in the suit, small cityscapes, like guy walking around on set, to give it that old school Toho feel, and then they just put digital effects over the top of everything.
But it was amazing. It looked awesome. Godzilla looked amazing in this movie.
I heard he's thick. He's thick Godzilla.
Like, was he like thick, or was he like he was thick?
Like
Both.
two C's, THICC.
Yeah, he's got the 2 C's. Yeah. David Goodson.
And you see
Yeah, I think it lends back to the fact that they went to the suit. You know what I mean? So it's really bulky to give him that hindquarters tail look. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It looked good. Regardless of it looked amazing. It was a great film. It was a fun film too. It was Godzilla again. Like, finally we got Godzilla like how we should have Godzilla. And then right after that was that garbage that they put out, which was Godzilla and King Kong. And at one point they were flying through the air. I don't know how or why, but they were flying through the air.
Because they were. It was a good movie. I watched it. It was great.
But so the awesome thing is, again, they've greenlit it. Going to be the same director that directed -1, and they're going to go in the same direction that they did with this last Godzilla -1, where they're going to put out the same way. It's sub, dub, and black and white. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. I'm excited.
So, were those box office numbers for the original release or all 3 releases across the board?
That was for, I think it was for just the original release. Yeah, it was for the original, just -1. So just that alone grossed $100 million over what they made, or what it was made for.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So moving on to, that's it. Wow. Okay. Wow, we went through the news. That's cool. And look who's behind you, David.
I was just going to say, Godzilla's behind you.
I got that poster at Walmart. It was great. I like it.
It's pretty sweet.
It is. But, so, guys, that is it. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me close out. I just zoomed in on us. That is it for... Oh, shoot. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Oh, there.
Geek News.
Yes. Here's a whole.
It's not better, just so you know.
But it was great to have all of you guys, both you guys. I'm glad, David, you were able to make it on. Was it really busy today, or was it just kind of like...
Apparently, it's just been nonstop over the nights here. So,
dude,
we might have to learn how to be semper gumby when we're deciding to go live from now on.
Well, it's just because of what's going on right now up there, and that's going to die
No,
down. After this month,
you're gonna
so.
have to learn to be Semper Gumby. I'm telling you right now.
Well, Desiree popped on and she was like, "I'm ready to go. Let's do this. I can do this." So I was like, "All right, cool." She was gun ho.
I just tell dumb stories.
It was great though.
Thanks.
No, this is
you guys. Thank you guys so much.
no, this is great. This is a lot of fun. I think it's been a while since I know for me and David both to have laughed as much as we have with on our show. It's been I like it. It's good.
Awesome. Do what I can.
You keep coming back with more stories like Ed Eisner. I mean,
oh, I got him. Yeah, you guys just let me know.
oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for us because we are really, not that we've run any later than normal, but it is kind of late now.
It's the time change, man.
Yeah, that's why I don't feel tired.
And we started an hour late.
Yeah, that too. We
in
started
comparison to normal. So,
So, well, but Desiree, where can they find you outside of this now? What else can they see you doing, or where else are you going to be?
So we're Infinite Abilities Comics .com. You can go on the website, check out our merchandise. We have a lot of older books and some shirts if you can't find anything you want, so you can support our movement of employing individuals with special needs. We should be at an event January 25th, so in a couple months, where we're going to be vendors. I'll give you guys the details later. It's a Ninja Turtle event. I know Ernie Reyes Jr. is going to be there, and I'm freaking out about it. I want to meet him so badly. Hopefully get an Ed Asner story out of him. Oh, and I'm just kidding. Infinite Abilities Comics. So check us out, please. We have socials. We have all the socials. I've just been not on them as crazy, but we're getting back in the game again. Holidays are hard over here. So, or everywhere, I guess.
It's hard everywhere, but this should be the time when people are going to want to buy comic books for.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but sweet, awesome. We might actually be at the same event that you are. The Comics and Cocktails, guys. With We Can Be Heroes, they put on a great event. We've missed it twice last year or this year, because we were just busy doing things. But Julio always says that there's a table for us, so we might actually be there this year, especially because it is a Ninja Turtle theme.
Yeah, we went there. We were there this year, and it's super fun. It's a smaller event in Chatsworth, but it just a bunch of cool people you want to support, and that's been my core group that we've met since we started all the comic book stuff, and obviously meeting you guys and everything. It's just been a really, really fun, meaningful, it's just a good group of people. I love it. I've always been a nerd, and so now it's being able to be part of this community. It's just been really fun.
Well, what's funny is that I remember seeing you guys at the Blockfest, yeah. And I remember you telling the story of, was it Julio that said you should go over there and meet them?
Yeah.
And you never came over, and it's you were scared. I was like, I was just sitting there. There was
dude, that was literally our first event, and I was like, what are we going to talk about? I don't know what I'm doing. And it was pouring rain. It was that was. Oh God, I'm like, what am I? I'm like, hi, I'm Desiree. Do you want to talk to me? I was so I'm very awkward. I'm super awkward. And so I didn't know how to approach you guys, but I'm glad that we did end up talking eventually. So it's worked out.
Now look where you're at.
Now I'm co-hosting. What the heck?
Well, awesome. We are looking forward to obviously Comics Cocktails and seeing Desiree there. But guys, if you're looking for us as far as the Geek Saga, and she is now part of the Geek Saga family, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, all at the Geek Saga. And also, if you guys want to message us, you can, by all means, drop us a DM on Instagram. Always checking it, always looking at it. If you want to just say hi, or if you have an event that you want to promote, show us what it is. Talk to us about it. If we can, we'll promote it. Also, if you want, you can actually email us at info. It's a new one. Info at thegeeksaga.com. No longer are we're still using the other one, but info at thegeeksaga.com. Really nice and easy, simple. You can shoot us stuff there too also, and I'll look at it and see what it is that you guys are trying to promote. Shout out to, of course, Project Wish Upon a Star, because we didn't do it at the beginning, but to Darren, Veronica, you guys are awesome. If you guys don't know about Project Wish Upon a Star, it is a awesome charity that goes, and whether they bring the Comic-Con event to the children or they bring the children to the Comic-Con event, but they go and find pediatric cancer patients and they do this great stuff for them. They've been doing it for a really long time. So there is a link in our bio for them. You can click on it, donate today. Guys, they're always at events up in Fresno. We're trying to get them to come down this way a little bit more often. They were just down in San Diego a couple weeks ago, and Darren said it was a great event that they had there. They've done a trunk or treat that they said they had a lot of fun at, and they've been great to us. If it wasn't for them, I think honestly we wouldn't be as far along as we are as far as all the people that we've met and the experiences.
Yeah, they definitely got the ball rolling for us. If it wasn't for that Fresno event, I don't know if we would have made it out to Reno Sparks. We wouldn't have made it out to LA Comic-Con. We wouldn't have made it out to Boise. We wouldn't have made half of the connections that we've made over the last year.
Yeah. So huge shout out to them. Love them a lot. Darren wants to really get me to go with him to Home Depot because he thinks that I would be very fun to be with. And I'm like, dude, I cannot go to Home Depot. I would spend too much money there.
I told you, you give off the vibe that you're happy around wood.
This goes back to the Hampton conversation.
Morning, evening, it doesn't matter. You just like wood.
It's more like never mind. I'm gonna stop.
Morning, theater, take your pick. You like wood.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm not the one that likes Tom Hanks though. That likes wood.
It's true.
Woody.
Woody.
I had a long one to get to that.
Full circle.
Yeah. You gotta hit him. It's gotta be quick, man. Like Uncle Joey from Full House. Is that made of wood?
Oh my god!
Hit that quickly, bro. Cut it out. Let's go. Get out of here.
No. You know what? Alanis Morissette is now crying because you told that joke. So.
Oh god, I would say the lady from TLC too, but I think she's gone already.
Wait, did
No
he
Scrubs was about him.
TLC as well?
Yeah, No Scrubs is about Dave Coulier.
No, it's not.
I swear to God, look it up.
Yep.
Him and Jonathan were patrolling wherever they were out trying to hook up, and TLC drove by, and he hung his head out and tried to hit up, I think it was Left Eye. But he spit his game, and they were like, oh, hell no, you ain't doing that from the passenger side of your best friend's ride. And they boom.
Who knew?
Yep. And now Michael Keaton is singing a TLC song.
And there's like three, right? Three different songs or something that are all tied to Dave Coulier.
I know of two. The TLC one and Alanis Morissette. I don't know the third.
Got to tie somewhere else. I remember when I went down that rabbit hole, there was like another thing that he. Yeah.
Oh, look, she's like, I'm going to look this up.
I got that phone.
Apparently, Uncle Joey was sowing those oats.
Oh, I don't know how the heck.
Attempting to, anyways.
I don't know how the heck he did that because he just,
The house wasn't full enough. He was trying to.
Oh. You guys and your dad jokes. It's amazing.
Oh,
All right, David, take us out, my friend.
I was waiting to see if she had the answer.
No, I realized I couldn't spell Coulier. I don't know what.
I think it's a Coullier or something like that.
Go for it, David. Go for it.
So, as always, thanks for joining us. It was a pleasure seeing you guys on. It was a pleasure jumping on, even though I'm here at work. We're gonna have to figure this crap out because this night shift is killing me. Literally, it's only been day one. Eugene already told you where to find us. Desiree told you where you can find her. But join us next week when we'll be back here doing the exact same thing we always do. Maybe not with the same people all the time, but these two ugly mugs at the top will be here. And we'll be back same bad time, same bad channel when the saga continues.